So this district has been represented by a man that was in prison, one that's about to go to prison, and one that belongs in prison. So I want to introduce to you a candidate for Congress in the 5th District. He's a former Army Ranger. Last year, he was at Federal Plaza at this Tax Day Tea Party, just like one of you, and now he's running for Congress. I want to introduce David Ratowitz.
Good to see y'all. If there must be trouble, then let it be in my day that my children might live in peace. These words, spoken by the great patriot Thomas Paine, have informed the American psyche for nearly 234 years, where generation after generation of Americans have toiled and sacrificed that our children might lead better lives. For 150 of those years, our own government agreed with us. But something happened 80 years ago. Faced with a financial meltdown, tell me if this sounds familiar, faced with a financial meltdown, the United States federal government, a government designed by a free people and crafted to ensure liberty and justice for all, stared into the void and blinked. Our own government chose the path of central planning and redistribution. But something else happened 80 years ago on that road to failure. There arose a new breed of politicians who discovered that all they had to do is promise the public's money to some faction or special interest who would deliver votes. And to this day, from bombs to bailouts, from hunger to health care, there is no difference between big government and government corruption. There are no fine lines and there is no gray area. And believe me, corruption is what we have. But they call it something different. They call it a structural deficit. A structural deficit, which is a fancy phrase for a federal budget spiraling out of control, forever sucking our money to buy their votes. I tell you, no honest government so systematically and ruthlessly picks the pockets of generations yet unborn. But our government does. It is this injustice and corruption that has brought us all together. It is to fight this iniquity that we have all joined the Tea Party movement. And for that, we are called racists, racist? Really? Is it our policies that have trapped Hispanic and African Americans living in our inner cities into a failed education system? No! Is it our policy that has condemned generation after generation into a cycle of government dependency? No! Are those our policies or theirs? These policies, these are the very policies that you and I have joined the Tea Party movement to put an end to. The sad fact is, in America today, the only racist sign says Speaker of the House. To further the cause of liberty and justice for all, you and I have joined the Tea Party movement. And for that, we are branded mean-spirited and hateful. I ask you guys, think about it for a minute. What is mean-spirited about liberty and justice? Anyone? Yeah. Now, hateful, I understand. Because the fact is that talk of liberty is always hate speech to tyrants. And yes, I said tyrants. Shameful and despicable. Now, I suppose that a con artist will always despise those who will call a fraud a fraud. Despised we may be, but the shame is all theirs. I'll tell you what's shameful. Nancy Pelosi and her cronies in Congress spending an entire year talking about their place in history without a thought for those of us stuck paying the bill. All those people, all they want to do is turn back the clock to a time when they didn't have to govern, they didn't have to lead. They just had to come up with a new program to buy votes without a thought for the generations of the future who'd have to pay for it. But there's a funny thing about the future. Sooner or later, the future is standing in front of a microphone in Daley Plaza at a Tea Party rally surrounded by the champions of liberty. Now that generation of the future is me. I'm 40 years old, the leading edge of Generation X, the generation that gets stuck with all the bills. And I say to all of them, that generation is me, and here I am. Here I am. Liberty is my name, and justice walks with me from here to November and for the rest of my days. Now I got a question for all you. Are you guys all done? Everybody ready to go home, go back to sleep? Are you ready for more? Yeah! Well, good, because we got more.
David Ratowitz.